40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First run now for Kyren Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Stafford now to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, 26 yards. And the Rams need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And bulldozing his way through. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
12. Tonight.
Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jennings.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. McCaffrey running up the middle.
Down to about the 32.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from a yard out.
And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this 1st quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
In motion goes the tight end. Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth 1st quarter of play. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Jacob Cowing deep to receive it.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his...
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. This 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, get set.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Set. 12.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, get set.
Back to throw. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Slot man moves right. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones looking deep for Jennings. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he checks this one down to Williams. Stiff-armed him. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Here's Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
And they'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Ready.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have taken the lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He stiff arms him. Fighting through it. He's got space. 20. Flop. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
Stafford looks to throw again.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play, but Mark Brunell, when he was at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So we've hit halftime all in. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. The 49ers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's
In a tie game that's going back and forth, oftentimes teams get really conservative because they don't want to make a mistake. But after that return, I think the offense coordinator just took a deep sigh of relief and said, okay, I can open up my playbook now. Let's see if he attacks.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as a tackle made at the 42.
Here we go, get set.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Jones gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Off play action, Jones. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready.
Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Here we go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
142 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and a couple.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down.
Omaha.
Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. Throwing is Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Alert!
Here's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Tutu Atwell.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Omaha, set. Hi.
Operating from the gun, Jones looking deep for Jennings. And this is taken in at the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Jauan Jennings, 48 yards. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Pass complete there to Nacua.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Back to throw, Stafford. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua,
43 yards.
And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym.
And oh, it's blocked. That's a line ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Omaha! Sit high!
Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Oh, some strong running. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, get set.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Throwing Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Here comes the Rams punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So now the Niners down by 6, 1:12 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's across midfield.
And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Here's Jones.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
21. Tonight.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Escapes the defender. Room here to run. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 26. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.